Well, it's official. I'm back from vacation, and I was gone for like 3.5 weeks. Crazy, but it was awesome. Met some awesome people, did some awesome things, and now I'm back to my trucks. And a rainy, wet fall day, and they're calling for snow in 2 days. A little bit of snow, but so since I've been gone, one of the things I did before we left, put a trickle charger on Smokey, and I want to try starting Smokey up. See how well it starts, see how well it runs, because one of the things having low battery power is not great for an electronic engine. Now, I still have the plastic caps on the turbo, still have lots to do as far as putting air cleaner on, intake piping, exhaust piping. Oh, and a little thing called la transmission. I know, you guys didn't realize I could speak French, did ya? So, I think I'll do, well, I don't know. I'm gonna pull the transmission out and get it in sooner than later, because then I can nose it undercover and it'll be a lot easier to work on. Or at least if it's snowy, it'll be a lot nicer to work on because it won't be getting snowied. But first I got to clean up some mess in the shop, which I started on yesterday, and I'll show you guys. But is that enough? Oh yeah. We'll just scoochers under here. I don't see any puddles on the ground, so that's a good sign. Ouch, son of a goose. There's that plastic cover. And their air pipe is sure close, but it's fine. Ouch, and I banged my head. Okay, let's let her back down. Like so. Like so. Okay, let's jump inside and hit the key. Okay guys, I'm an idiot. I just did a time-lapse video of starting Smokey. I know, I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. That's my fan. I turned the fan on to see if I can get some heat in here, but she's running after sitting for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, call it a month. We got our oil pressure. I have no check engine lights. It's currently 3 degrees, so it's not very warm. I'm not going to turn any of the lights on. And check this out. We got, well, actually that's Andrea got a pink Kenworth hat, and I got a PACCAR hat with DAF and Kenworth on it from the guys at the Kenworth factory in Australia. Shout out to you guys. Absolutely fantastic experience. Great people. Can't wait to see them start building Peterbilts in Australia. And you know what? Like I said, they're building Kenworths and DAF in the same factory. Who's to say they couldn't throw a Peterbilt in the mix? I mean, they're all PACCAR, right? So, anyways, let's let her get warmed up, and then I'll bump up the idle. Or maybe I'll bump up the idle right now, because it has been running for a minute. So, cruise control on. There we go. My tack is all wrong. There we go. We'll get some heat in the engine. Oh, Smokey! I think she doesn't sound too bad. I know. I'm pretty happy about it too. Welcome to the disaster I call my shop. But I spent yesterday cleaning things up, and we need to get the transmission. And so yesterday I started breaking down this engine to the block. In a lot of ways it would have been easier to leave it together, but it needs total rebuild. So I think if you're going to do a total rebuild, strip her right down. And then I got parts. You know, I took the bell housing off, because then I got a bell housing I got a flywheel, albeit needs to be machined because there's a lip on there. A bigger lip than the, well, actually quite a bit bigger lip than there was on the other flywheel. Took the front cover off. They're amazingly heavy, and I'm gonna pull all this off. I had to watch some videos to figure out how to pull the bull gear off, which I've now figured it out, so that's good. And took the water pump off, the oil cooler. Now, because it was you know, had shrapnel go through the engine, the oil cooler would have to be rebuilt or changed. I don't know whether you buy the whole part or what, but yeah, I thought this way I have spare parts. Took the compressor off, the starter's got never sees on the bolts, which makes me think it might have not been that old. So call me crazy, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna strip it right down. It's easier to manage, and if I sell the parts, I'll sell the parts separately, and or I have spare parts for Smokey engine. So, but I have to get this tranny painted, so I don't know if I'll be able to get that done today. I'm hoping so. And I got to get this shop cleaned up to put stuff in, because I need to get organized, is what I'm saying. Fun fact, I ordered a transmission vent, because you'll see that one is broken, which I'm told it's here now. Look at this bench. I actually cleaned it up yesterday. I mean, it's not totally clean, but it's cleaner. So new style transmission reverse sensor. Now they have plugs on them. They don't have push connectors. So I've got push connectors on here, and then I can change the ends so it plugs in. I also have some diff vents for the rear diffs because they need to be changed. And I have a new leveling valve rod because, well, it needs to be changed too. So, but if we look at the door, I can still get in here, but I need to, I need to clean up my mess. And you're probably saying, Mike, why are garbage cans inside? Well, that's because when we were away, a bear decided he wanted some garbage. Haven't had a problem in the last 2 and 3/4 years we've been here. But of course, when we were away, a bear decided, I'm going to get some garbage out of that garbage shed. So yeah, he knocked it over, spread garbage all over the place, and well, I was gonna say it was not cool, but I mean, it's still not cool, but I didn't have to worry about it because I wasn't here, so the kids had to pick up all the garbage. Yeah, and look at this. You can almost see my bench. I actually, I bought a stand for my grinder. So just a little Princess Auto, nothing fancy, but at least this way it's a standalone. So if I need to do some grinding, I can do some grinding. Okay, so I've created a monster is what I've done. You know, guys, I'm no expert, believe you me, but I feel like Smokey is running smoother and sounds happier. I'm gonna call that a win. Now we just need a transmission so we can shift gears. And yeah, what I'd like to do is get Smokey so I could nose it under there. And then at least if it snows, it's undercover. But we'll get to it. You know what? Rome wasn't built today. Neither was Smokey. Okay, so I've shut down Smokey. Something I'd like to try is jacking it up and trying the ECM that came on Smokey and just see if it runs any different, if it runs smoother, if my, because right now my tack, it works, but it's wrong. Like I know it's not reading the right RPM. My temperature gauge doesn't work, which I don't think that would be ECM related. It's probably truck wiring or truck gauge. And I just wanted to see if it runs just a little bit smoother. I think it's actually smoothed out a lot from before and will probably just need to be run. But since we have the original ECM, let's plug it in and see if it's better or not. I was told it doesn't matter, but doesn't mean they are right. Okay, I put the other ECM in temporarily. I know, it's a little bit hokey, but this is a test. So I'll lower the cab down and we'll fire her up. So this is starting it with the ECM the engine came with. See what happens. Doesn't seem much different. Still has the stutter. Still have a check engine light, but the voltage is low because it's not charging. Can't really tell a difference. Honestly don't think it's any different. It actually almost sounds a little bit rougher, so I'm wondering if the ECM has to like learn stuff, which makes sense. So, but you know what, everything else is the same. I got a low water light on, but that's, as soon as I touch the throttle it goes away. It's kind of funny. All right, let's hook it back up to the other ECM. Okay, the other ECM is hooked back up. It's definitely smoother. The other thing that I did is I hooked my exhaust. There's a little pipe thing that's on the back of the turbo. And then, yeah, now my pyro will work. Not sure why. Well, my temperature sensor's not working, but there's a few breaks in the wire, so I'll have to look into that. I don't see my fan hub clicking on yet. I'll have to put the fan on and see, or jump it. Get it up to temperature and see if the fan kicks in. Because I don't know if that fan hub works after sitting stagnant for so long. another day. Let's get it driving first, or moving. Oh yeah, look at how she's really smooth now with the throttle bumped up. I'm just gonna let her warm up again, and then yeah, I gotta get the exhaust on because it burns my eyes. Woo. Okay guys, so I was out in the shed looking for exhaust and air intake stuff. It was fast idled and it did a pa-pa, almost like the Jake came on for a split second, which the Jake hasn't worked at all, but I figured micro switch. But now when I hit the throttle, it doesn't burble. It's like smooth, you know, like it's supposed to be. And the check engine light went out. So I'm guessing that injector, or a injector, was gummied or stuck, and probably from running that diesel clean through and letting it get warm, whatever it was spit itself out, because that's a result. Like, it's smooth. Oh, this makes me so happy, guys. Smokey is... Well, it's not really smoking right now, but it's running. And it sounds like it's running good. Like I hit the throttle and it just does what it's supposed to do. I gotta figure out how to make the Jake work again. Just needed to work the cobwebs out. Listen to that. Smooth as butter. Cruise control on. Like it's smooth. Oh, so awesome. We're making progress. Now I just got to make it drive, fix the dash, fix all the wiring gremlins, put new windshields in it, put a stereo in it, fix the rust jacking, put tires on it, you know, paint the frame, just a couple little things and should be good to go. God, that sounds good though. I'm so happy, like so happy right now. Well, I've been farting around. I got the front cover off, pulled some rod caps off, and if you look at these, they are bad. B-A-D, bad. So with that failure, yeah, this engine needed a complete overhaul. And because of all the debris that went through it, the oil cooler would have to be done. The oil pump would have to be done. And like even the bull gear bearing, I'm thinking you'd probably want to put a new bull gear on it. All new bearings. And if we look like this one, there's just a little tiny mark there. So I think the crank is okay. Be it would have to be, you know, polished up and stuff. So block is good, front, and you know, there's lots of good stuff here. It would just need a full makeover. So my plan is I'd like to get the pistons and rods out, but at the very least, put it on a pallet and clean up the stuff, take it out of the shop, and see about selling this stuff. I might hang on to some of it for a while in case I need parts, but I think if I could sell it to recoup some of the cost would be better. So if anybody wants a DDEC 3 block or a complete engine, I'll make you a deal. Some assembly required though. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. It's fine. I made such a mess.